If you've survived childhood SA or relationship SA, I need you to listen to this. I've been working with survivors on many different levels for decades, and my entire life has been dedicated to healing this injury that the world has shamed us for, blamed us for. And there are some misconceptions that I want to clear up for you right now if you're brave enough to listen. You are not your abuse or what was done to you. You are not the symptomology that has happened to you and how you've expressed your pain, your rage, your anger, and your fear. You are not subject to talking negatively to yourself and being in survival mode for any longer than you choose to be there. You can suffer, and you can think that your suffering is going to prove to your abuser that they're a bad person for as long as you want, but that's actually what they want. That's actually them winning. But in order to heal, just like anybody else, to be successful at anything, you have to invest. You have to get help. And help isn't in a pill. Help isn't in regurgitating what happened to you. Help is reclaiming your life and reclaiming your power. So here's some things that hold many of my clients back. Okay. One, there's a story for survivors that you can't help yourself, because in that experience, you couldn't help yourself. And so, especially if you were a child. So what happens is there's a deep-seated part of you that says, I can't trust myself to help myself. And until you jump through that, it's you're not going to get better. You're not going to get better. So first, you can help yourself. Actually, you're the only one that can help yourself in this situation if you're an adult. And but that voice in your head that feels very, very, very real, that's keeping you from investing, is doing it. Fight, flight, or freeze. We are creating our own reality. We all are. It's reality creation. We live in a simulation. It's not woo-woo. It's literally quantum physics. And we reap what we sow. It's literally biblical. And there is karma. It's literally just life, right? So if you want to break the patterns of the past, you're going to have to do things that are uncomfortable. And a lot of times that is believing in yourself enough to go and get the help that you need and truly invest in yourself. Now, you can invest in yourself and go get multiple degrees. You can invest in yourself and go get therapy. You can go and invest in yourself and go to a dance class. You can go and invest yourself in yoga classes. What happens with most survivors of abuse, you will invest in everybody else, including the deadbeat boyfriends or deadbeat girlfriends. You'll invest in everybody else but you, thinking that you're doing something noble because you care so much for them, when in fact you're missing out on your life and everyone's missing out on you. Another thing that is really, really important to know is that money and value go together. But do you know what creates your relationship with money and value? You know what that's a value, especially for women. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that. Men too, is money. It's money. So are you valuable enough to yourself? Are you worthy one grocery trip? Okay, me and my daughter, I live with one daughter. We spent $300 at the grocery store last week. Usually we spend like $150 to $200 a week at the grocery store. We're celiac, we're gluten-free. That's how much I charge per month for low-income families. Are you worth a grocery trip? Right? Other people might have less, but like that's what we think about. Are you worth that $5 a day, that latte? Right? It's, if you don't feel like you're worthy, it's about reconnecting that essence of, well, I'm going to just show myself that I'm worthy. Now, you don't have to invest in a program with me, although it would save your life and you'd feel great about it afterwards, and you will create more money from investing in a program with me. But you can invest in anything that reminds you that you're worthy. When I literally was at my lowest, I did not know how I was going to fix all the things in my house. My business was shit. I mean, like, I was at the end of my master's degree. I was struggling in life. Every day I would go and get myself a coffee. Why? Because one, it made me feel good. Two, I would pause and really take in that frequency of gratitude in that moment and mean it. It wasn't a fantasy in my head. I'd mean it because it gives me joy. And, people gave me shit. I lost a friend over it. I lost a fucking friend because I was buying coffees, right? I was spending an hour of my picking flowers that she paid me $10 an hour to buy a coffee for myself, to affirm that I was worthy. Where do you affirm that you're worthy? Or are you only affirming that you're not worthy and everyone else is? Just something to reflect on. Go and affirm daily that you're worthy, right? Whether that's investing in a program, investing with somebody, do something for yourself that's going to help you to know who you are and believe in you. Another thing that many of my clients don't get is that once you're abused as a child, you're usually abused multiple times and by multiple people. And another thing that we don't talk about in SA is objects. I am really sorry, and it hurts because I have so many stories in my head, behind my eyes, telling me that I wasn't alone. But if you were umphed by an object, a tool, a can, a object, you're not alone. You're not alone. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's something to heal through. It's another injury, and it's one that I just need to talk about because it's very much common. Very, very much common. And it just sucks. It sucks in a big way. And if you went out and you reclaimed your power by umping a whole bunch of people, that too is very, very common. And then if you decided that you absolutely hated it, that too is very, very common, right? If you feel like you're only good for work or your only value is between your legs, I literally wrote in a book with a chapter that way. Holistic Fashionista, a book that I was a part of, Memoirs of a Holistic Fashionista, about, this commonality that we feel like our value is completely in our sexuality, our value is in our virginity, our value was in something. And when you heal that value proposition there, that creative center within you, when you reclaim your power in that area, you have confidence and you also make more money. That's just how it is. And you can read my testimonials. If you are one of my clients, put it in here, because it's something that across the board, even though I'm not a financial coach or therapist or anything, we're not talking about finances. When you increase your value and you increase your second chakra and you reclaim your ability to create, be creative, and hold your value, which is all tied into the energy center of your private parts and connected to SA, or sexuality, then you make more money. So these are things that I really wanted you to know about as a survivor, that it is an injury. It is not a mental disorder. You can heal from it. You can reclaim your power. You can heal, and you are not alone. And there's methods and strategies to do that. I hope this helps you because that's my mission in life, to end the cycle of abuse.